Hi, everyone. David Brenna here with flycastingacademy.com, or you can also find me on Facebook at Fly Fishing Academy Northwest. I'm going to do a short video on dubbing today. And what I want to start with is just simply saying that I don't think the lessons provided today, to especially beginning fly tyers, do them any great service because they're difficult. I had difficulty, and I've been tying flies for close to 50 years. I had great difficulty figuring out how to do dubbing, and I've tried all of the models, the split thread, the wax, the non-waxed. The bottom line is when you start with a patch of dubbing and try to get it to hold together on thread and tie a decent body, it's very, very difficult. Not only that, but most products that you can find that are dubbing are either natural, a blend of natural and synthetic, or all synthetic. And the problem with that is that when you dub the body of a dry fly for trout, or even a nymph for that matter, you look at what those aquatic insects and even terrestrial insects, what their body actually looks like. It is not fuzzy. It is not, doesn't have fibers sticking out. It's basically very smooth, almost plastic looking. It's very segmented and it's tapered. It's very small and delicate part of the fly, part of the insect, I should say. So to replicate that, it makes more sense to use dubbing in a different way, and that's what I'm going to show you today. So I'm starting with a size 12 barbless hook, and what I've done is I've taken a very small amount of synthetic dubbing, and I've created, by twisting it and rubbing it in my hand, in my palm, a small piece of dubbing in a shape. The next step, obviously, is to put some tying thread on the hook and trim the excess and get ready to put the dubbing on. Now, rather than doing the winding it around the thread and hoping for the best, I'm going to do something that's that I just I don't know that I found it or I just made it work for me. But you take and snip the end of this little piece of dubbing so that it's relatively easy to do. And then you actually attach the dubbing to the hook. And remember, this is delicate, so it's going to come apart real easily if I'm not careful. And now I'm going to twist and create the shapes and the approach that I like. Notice that the thread is very closely wrapped with the dubbing. I always retwist it in the same direction. And notice that the body is now segmented and tight. It is not fuzzy because trout flies are not fuzzy. Now you get to the end of this and you can remove this last piece of dubbing, and then you can go ahead and with this well-constructed segmented body, you're ready to add your hackle, and your wings. And of course, if I was actually tying a dry fly, I would make sure that I put on a tail if it was called for, or sometimes I'd like to use a little piece of synthetic fiber in a gold color, say, as a tail to replicate a shuck that's not quite left the body. That's particularly important, I think, when you're tying a merger pattern. But for now, I just showed you the easiest way I know how to put dubbing on a hook in a way that looks realistic. Thanks for joining me. We'll have more episodes coming.